What's up, guys? Travis back again. Today we're talking about tendon resiliency. So in prior videos on our Instagram, talked a little bit about tendon rehab and how to deal with tendon pain, tendonitis, and tendinopathies, and doing isometrics to treat that. We talked about the Achilles tendon. Today I'm going to give an example with the Achilles tendon, but we can apply this to any tendon in the body, and I'll show you some more examples as we go. So the idea is to try to get away from static stretching prior to activity. So prior to running, prior to any athletic event, or our warm-up should consist of dynamic movements and things to get blood flow going and blood flow circulating, so we can help fluidity of motion and tendon resiliency. So instead of doing static stretching, we're going to do some isometrics followed by lengthening the tendon, as well as loading the tendon in a lengthened position. And I got my wonderful Wave Rebel boogie board back out today to just serve as a ledge, and I'll show you how to do stretch on that. First, I'm going to start with just a strap. So myself, I'm just using a gait belt. Here I want something without any give, so I'll be down on my butt here, around your forefoot, just like you're doing a regular calf stretch, okay? So you're going to start at neutral, so at 90 degrees of ankle bend, all right? And you're just going to press into the belt and count to 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, and 5, followed by a 10-second stretch. Now you're just stretching as far as you can tolerate. In this sense, I'm stretching my gastroc more so. And yes, I am lengthening my Achilles tendon here, but I'm keeping my knee straight. Therefore, I'm stretching my gastroc. If I had it bent to about 30 degrees and held that position and did the same motion at my ankle, that would be more of a soleus stretch. That's your deep calf muscle. The gastroc is what's closest to the surface level of your calf. So I've held that stretch for 10 seconds. I'm going to go back to the neutral position. I'm going to hold again for another 5, 3, 4, and 5, followed by another 10-second stretch. Now, the progression of this is to load the tendon in a lengthened state, right? So after this 10-second stretch, I can go into my isometric, which is just pushing against the belt again in a lengthened position. So I don't have to go back to neutral. That's one way that you can modify it yourself based on what you're comfortable with and what you notice your performance best fits. Okay, and I'm doing this 3 times. So I'm following this up with my last stretch, and I'll do another isometric contraction for good measure. And this is what you're doing prior as a warm-up. So you notice our workouts at Activate are preceded by more of a dynamic motion type warm-up and stretching. We don't do much static stuff, and that's part of the reason. Now, this is the most static thing that we would do, or that I would encourage right now, that I would do with my clients and patients. All right, so that's the stationary one that we're doing with a strap, without any give to it. Okay, let's bring the Wave Rebel into the picture here. Just a boogie board. I'm looking for a ledge. Now you can do this on a curb side, a block curb, a step, anything. I got a kettlebell here just to provide some load, just some weighted load, right? I'll demonstrate with my left here, or my right ankle foot, and I got this TRX that I'm holding on to just for hand support to maintain balance. Okay, you can load this however you want. You can put a weight vest on. We have those at the gym, or you can hold a plate weight, dumbbell, whatever it is. I'm just holding something to provide a little load, and I'm going into a lengthened position. I can even add toe tap weight bearing over here just as a balance here, and I'm just going into a lengthened position here, feeling that stretch in my Achilles and my calf. More so, you'll feel that in your calf musculature, but now we're lengthening the tendon with load. Put more load through it by taking off the support from my left leg. Good, and I can alternate. It goes back and forth 6 times. I'll do that on my left side here for demonstration. Good, and I'm just lowering my heel below neutral. And the idea is to go 10 to 15 seconds. A little bit longer is better. I would do not succeed and go past 30 seconds. Keep that in the 15-second range. Now that's for the Achilles, right? For any runners or any athlete in general, right, that could be developing some Achilles tendonitis or just needs that proper additional warm-ups for your Achilles and calf musculature. Here is for like a thrower per se, or you're trying to open up that upper quarter. You can use the same principle for that area. This is getting more of the pec musculature, getting a little bit of the subscap, lats, etc. That you're opening up like this in your arm slot or in that overhead motion, whatever your position, whatever your sport is. Keeping a neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and I would hold that isometric, pulling down in this direction, and the TRX is stopping me. Hold for 5, 3, 4, 5, and then go into a stretch. Holding for 10. That's one that I would stick to, just more the static round, doing the isometric followed by the stretch and not doing it so much load related, just to open you up. It's great to do after a push day, just to make sure that we're not tightening down into a closed position in our upper quarter, upper extremities and whatnot. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out through us through Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you, have a good day.